Hey Logos Personal Finance, this is Chris. Um, Welcome to day one of e-learning. I just wanted to send you this quick message to say, first of all, I hope you're all doing okay. And this is a messed up situation, but it is what it is. And I really hope that you're all okay. And I miss you. And no matter how you're feeling right now, if you're scared, if you're worried, if you're frustrated, it's okay. But I wanted you to hear me say that I care about you, and I hope you're okay. That's the first thing. Second of all, I just wanted to talk about, what we're doing here and why it's important. Personal finance, right? Duh, why is that important right now? Well, I told you guys last time we were together. The recession is here, and it's real, and it's you know, if you weren't worried about personal finances for yourself and your family before, I'm sure you are now. And first of all, we don't need to be too worried right now, at least for the immediate future. Don't gotta worry about getting your lights cut off or anything like that, because they're not going to. But also, it's scary. I'm sure some of you have, family members, parents who are out of work right now, not collecting a paycheck, and we don't know what's going to go on. So hopefully, what you've learned in this class so far and what we're going to continue to cover will help us figure out that part of it, right? This is personal finance class. And I'm telling you, what was I telling you earlier on in the semester when we were talking about the Federal Reserve, right? Well, you see what the Federal Reserve's doing now, right? They are cutting interest rates. They've cut interest rates to zero, and that's because we're trying to stimulate the economy, right? We're trying to keep the economy from going into a really bad recession, and that's what we're going to be doing going forward in real life. Now, what we're going to be doing in this class is what we've been doing all along, right? E-learning shouldn't be too difficult when it comes to this class, because you guys have all been using Econ Lowdown, and we're just going to keep on using it. So just want to walk you through, again, you guys already know the drill, but when it comes to Econ Lowdown, right, we go over to our computer, right, and a lot of your classes you will be using Blackbaud for, and if you're on Blackbaud right now if you're viewing me, and you're on the bulletin board, and I think it's right above me on the bulletin board is the instructions for e-learning, right? But if we go to that site, let's see, right here, right? When you log in, your login is going to look a little different from this. Obviously, you've already made it to this page for personal finance, which your page should look very similar to my page here. You see the announcements, you see the e-learning instructions, right? You see me. And then up here you got your tabs, right? Under topics, you'll find your link to Econ Lowdown, and then you find all your assignments that you've done so far, right? Remember, we've done all these already on Econ Lowdown, but remember, you have to go to Econ Lowdown, and I sent everyone their login information through the messaging. Hopefully you got that. I'll be sending out an email right now. If you haven't gotten the message yet, you'll be getting the email shortly. But just remember, from multiple sites, you can find that link. There's the link right here to econlowdown.org. And you have your login information. Your page might look a little different. I got it zoomed in, but this is pretty much, what page you'll see to log in. You have your student code and password. Again, you've all been doing this, so this shouldn't be hard. And when we log in, it brings us to this page, right? And you see what we've covered so far this term. And remember, what is the Federal Reserve and what do they do? Well, the Federal Reserve has never had a bigger role than they do right now. They're trying to save our economy from total collapse. But here's the thing, it's not just the Federal Reserve that does this. The government has a role to play. Federal Reserve does monetary policy. What we're going to be talking about going forward is something called fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is the government's role in trying to stimulate the economy, trying to keep the economy from going just, right? And that's what they're doing right now as we speak. And so that is the purpose of today's assignment, right? Where do we find the assignment? It's all the way down at the bottom, remember? And it's one of these questions, right? One of these open-ended questions. What should or could the government do to help the economy, right? And that's being debated right now. And there's multiple things that the government can do to stimulate the economy, right? People need money. Businesses need money. Entire industries are in danger of collapsing, right? And so what should or could the government do to help the situation, prevent this? Well, they could cut taxes. They could send everybody a check in the mail. They could give billions of dollars to major industries like the airline industries and the travel industry, and these industries are most hit by what's going on right now. And all of these things have been proposed, and the government is actually debating this as we speak, and they're going to vote on this very shortly. So we'll see what happens, but I want you, in the meantime, all to log in and just remember, this is an open-ended question. There's no right or wrong answer. You get 100% just for submitting an answer. What do you think the government should do? What can the government do to help the economy, right? So that's the goal for today. There will be more to come tomorrow. And, I only gave you this one assignment just to start off with because I was noticing some people are missing some things, right? So when you're scrolling through here, if you notice anything's missing on your page, like me, right? Not started, unanswered, unviewed. If it has anything, other than a grade or submitted, you still have time to make that up, right? Midterm grades came out, and you still have time to make up before the end of the term, get that grade up. And anything in here that's incomplete, get in there and complete it before the end of the term, which is in, 3 weeks. It'll bring your grade for the term back up. But that's about all I have for you today. Stay tuned. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow, and, for the near future.